Hello and welcome back to the Finish Line and our Royal Ascot Preview, proudly sponsored by Hollywoodbets. Tom is not even ready.
Because he was expecting the intro thing, I'd say. So was I. What?
I forgot. I forgot. Right, John, be happy. Hold up now. This is going to give Tom an extra 30 seconds.
I'm good.
That's the wrong one.
Oh, here. What is going on?
No, that'll do it. You ready now?
Good to go.
Jesus Christ.
Don't want to see it again.
As you can see, we're joined by Sam and Jack from NextGen Racing. Lads, how are we? Why are you shaking your head at?
It was going.
It was late. He put me off.
It wasn't Tom's fault at all.
It was.
Thanks, Dave.
Sorry, Tom. I actually forgot to send Tom the link.
You did.
Yeah, we're great. We're great.
We're good. England won today. That's always a bonus.
Don't know if you fellas knew.
Lads, it's coming home.
Oh,
It's coming home. Let's do it.
Look at the plastic paddy down the end of the screen.
Look, Ireland aren't in it. If Ireland were in it, I'd cheer them on.
Hey, Tom. Happy Shauna Day.
Exactly. I was just about to say, feck the football, lads. I didn't see any of the football.
I actually fancied England all along. I said it to Andrew a few times, but if they play that lineup,
They're shit, Dave.
they play that lineup they play today, or play like they did play today, then I have more chance of growing hair than England have.
When you have Kyle Walker right back and Kieran Trippier left back, you have no hope. And Jordan Pickford on the goal.
3 points is 3 points.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and we've got a bad record against Croatia, so that was a good result for us.
Jesus Christ.
The Croatian team are
we're
all
gonna win
older.
it. We're gonna win it.
The Croatian team are all look and are older than Tom.
Jesus.
And he's
They're
40.
not older than 54, are they?
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a long night, isn't it? Jesus. I hope not. We're in a sauna and it's absolutely baking in here.
We have the door open here as well. It's very warm.
I'm liking the sauna look, guys. It's very good. I like it. Thanks. Who are the horses in the pictures? Behind me, you've got Big Orange and Order of St. George fighting out the Gold Cup. When was that? Back a few years back. But that's signed by James Doyle. And then that one there is a neighbour winning the Arc against Sea of Class, signed by Gosden and Dettori. So lovely. Two lovely photos up there.
Corto fell at the last again.
What's happened? Did that just fall down?
About 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm enjoying myself already.
See?
Oh, lads.
I had to move on every quarter. Anyway, this is our Royal Ascot Preview, believe it or not. So we're going to go through the 5 days and give...
mentioned it yet. Our fucking horse won today, lads. Have I just ruined it on you?
Yes, you just did. I said before we get to more important things ahead, Sean is at the winning back-to-back races. It's unbelievable. And she done it well again.
Yeah, did it nicely. I have a feeling she knows where the winning post is and pulls herself up a little bit. But she jumped like an absolute bunny, to be fair to her.
See what happens when you're a little bit more positive, Tom.
To be fair, I've been positive the last twice and she's won, so... Yeah.
She's going to win again.
She's like presenting Percy.
No, she's not like presenting Percy. No, she's not like that yak.
That's horrendous.
Oh, wow. No one likes presenting Percy.
Because he's shit.
He's dead now as well, so let's hope she's nothing like presenting Percy.
Oh, yeah. Is he dead?
Yeah. Percy's dead, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, may he rest in peace.
Months ago.
God bless him. Poor chap.
He hasn't put down. He got like an infection in his blood or something, the poor thing, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought he just got lazy.
Oh, you're going to back for the Gold Cup next year.
Shona. I'll back Shona for the Gold Cup. There you go.
He's going to back honeysuckle.
Oh, God.
Aren't you, Tom?
No, don't say silly things now. That's just, no.
Well done, Tom. Well done to all involved.
Yeah, well done, everyone. And
Fine.
to you too as well.
Fine purchasing performance.
I left it up to Andrew for which horse we got involved in, and he has come up trumps with Shona. I said, whatever one you pick, I will follow suit.
Let's just get the knack.
Very good. She's cool now. I can't wait until we can all go to the races, and she's got options as well. She can go on the flat, and it looks like she'll jump a fence now as well. So there should be.
When's she coming over to Fontwell?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when we see her at Fontwell.
She's not that lowly graded horse.
Wow. Felt that one in the heart.
Got the National Spirit hurdle written all over
it. She's lowly enough for Tremor, though.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, really good training performance again by Henry to keep her sweet, and I thought Mikey O'Connor, the young lad who rode her, he's ridden a few of ours. He's ridden her twice now. He is robbing £7. So he won't be a £7 claimer for long, I tell you.
Yeah, he gave it a good one now. He put up the revs at the kind of uphill as they go uphill again. Mm. He kind of hit the turbo going down there, and they had him all on the stretch.
That was enjoyable. I enjoyed it.
I was up fizzing Kate's nanny grad in the nursing home, and I kind of had to pop away for a few minutes. And came back and they were buzzing for me.
And Waterford won today as well.
Did they? Who cares? Stupid.
Great performance against Tip.
Bog hockey.
You were shouting. You were all about the All Ireland last year when they were in it.
And I still thought you were going to get bet.
This is style. I don't know what we're doing at the moment. We're just sitting. Have you seen the hockey? What is it, Dave? Apart from being bog hockey, how would you describe it?
Men run around with a small ball, chasing after each other with weapons in their hands. Yeah.
We'll go to Goodwood sometime, and you can come over and go to Thurles or Croke Park. And
well, I know it's on I'd rather be that.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a fair trade, that.
No.
It is, honestly.
What?
Thurles or Croke Park is unbelievable layout.
Oh, yeah. Go to Croke Park for the All Ireland final. 100,000 people, drunk Irish people, rammed into a stadium watching people batter each other with sticks. Right, crack.
How you get tickets for it is even better, though, because you have to know Jimmy, who knows Johnny, who knows somebody else who gets a ticket for this. And
funny enough, I know them.
It's fun.
Madness.
7 minutes in, we didn't even start Royal Ascot yet.
Right. Let's get on to it, because we can swittle through the flat yaks.
Oh,
don't even describe it like that. I knew this was going to go bad when the two boys, I asked them what horses were in the pictures, and they were two flat horses. Good flat horses. You can't see that one up there. There's one up there of Altior winning the Tingle Creek, signed by Nico and Nicky, but that's out of picture.
For a reason.
It's out of picture for a reason, yeah.
That'll be brought around. The closer it gets to September, them pictures start coming out.
Oh, yeah, they will. Yeah, they do, yeah.
Anyway, so it is Royal Ascot, and we have enhanced prices from Hollywoodbets. They are in the description right now, so I'm going to rattle through them. So you have from now till the end of the preview to get on if you want. So the first one is Palace Pier to win the Queen Anne with Battaash to win the King's Stand, enhanced to 7-2 double. You have Love to win the Prince of Wales Stakes is 5-2. You have Stradivarius to win the Gold Cup, 5-4. You might lose your money though if you back that. Suesa. See, I've started already. Suesa? Suesa, I was right. To win the Commonwealth Cup at 6-1. And finally, Broome to win the Hardwicke at 5-1. We also have 2 finish line cups to give away, along with 5 €10 free bets from Hollywoodbets. They will come up with a question for each day, and people will be picked at random straight away, and you'll be told whether you won your free bets, and they will be put into your account tomorrow, as long as you just send your details over to the finish line on Twitter. Just DM me, and I will send them on to Hollywoodbets, or you can send them by email to the finish line 2017 at gmail.com. Done. Sure, get the first one out of the way. They have till the end of the first day to get their answers in.
Oh, first question.
Yeah, man, on the spot.
Who came second to See the Stars when he won the 2,000 guineas?
Percent and Percy.
No.
Oh, lads, I wanted to jump in with a question there, which I thought would be really, really topical at the minute, and it would be, who was the trainer of Galopin des Champs?
Oh, stop! My heart is broke after seeing this. Apparently, Count the Champ has gone to France.
That's fake.
No.
No.
Yeah, apparently so.
Apparently so, lads.
Don't believe it.
No.
That's fake.
Till I see it. I don't believe it.
Do you know what I seen as well today that I didn't believe was real? Lorena running in France.
That was yesterday.
Or yesterday.
Play it again.
Shock.
Leave it go.
Anyway, let's get back to the flag. Let's get to the back to the flat.
We're going to spend the majority of this podcast on 2 mile 4 or 2 mile 5 races at Royal Ascot.
Can't wait. My handicap picks are all in the long distance races.
My nap is Willie Mullins trainer.
Oh, what a bit. Anyway. Where are we? Yeah, sorry. Starting first day. We are going for the Queen Anne Stakes, and the betting is scrolling along the bottom there. But we will start with the guests. Jack, is this all about Palace Pier? Start off with the favourites, going to hose up, and more or less what's going to follow him home?
Yes, I think it's as simple as that. I mean, he was a top-class 3-year-old. He showed that this year in the Bet365 mile and the lock-ins that he's unbeatable on his day. If he turns up, he wins. Is he a price that you're going to get stuck into? Probably not. I mean, there'll probably be an each-way play for everyone here, and they'll probably have something different. But for me, it's Sir Busker. I think he's, well, what is he on there? 22-1. I think that's a decent each-way play. Oshie Murphy's on board. Of course, he won the Silver Royal Hunt Cup last year. Likes it around here. Was 4th in the QE2, just behind Palace Pier when he wasn't firing on that day, to be fair. But I think 22-1 is an okay price for hopefully him to hit the frame behind Palace Pier.
He didn't even look at his nose there. That's impressive. Sam, follow that up.
No, I don't need to say much. I don't like spending much time on races I don't need to. But Palace Pier is going to hose up here. It's as simple as that. There's nothing in there that can beat him. Palace Pier. The only thing with Palace Pier is, I think you actually mentioned it when we were on a Skype call, Andrew, was that Frankie's the only one that can get the horse beaten. But I just think if we've got a fully fit Palace Pier, this horse will win by 5+ lengths. Simple as that. And there's nothing really looking at it that I'd like to take him on with.
You've stolen his line.
Yeah, same as the boys, really. Palace Pier, been a massive fan of him. He's been great again this year. And I'll probably stick him in a double with a Willie Mullins horse or something like that to get us going.
Yes, the jump's getting into Royal Ascot. I love it.
Well, it's that, or I might stick him in a double with something at Sligo or something like that. We'll see.
Or maybe Battaash and then a hands double at 7-2, Tom. That sounds good.
That's not a bad bet. Yeah, I'd take a bit of that. Is this a Royal Ascot preview on anti-post Cheltenham preview? I'm not sure what's going on here.
I literally had the spoon feed to him.
Can we? Can we sack this off and do an anti-post Cheltenham show?
Money to be won this week, for God's sake.
You get very agitated when someone disrespects Royal Ascot.
Such a good week's racing, like.
We're going out Saturday for an hour.
It's a great week for champagne and picnics and car parks.
Yeah, we're not all rich like you, Tom.
Well, technically on the Saturday we're going to have some sort of picking because we're on AstroTurf outdoors.
We're not eating strawberries and drinking champagne.
But we'll be drinking Guinness and eating bacon fries
out the back of a pub.
I'll bring the strawberries, lads. You get the champagne. Job done.
We're not going to last long in the wood, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Flat Expert, come on, it's your year, your time to shine, your time of year. Come on.
Palace Pier will most likely.
Jesus Christ, I could come up with that.
I'll back Accidental Agent each way.
Yeah, Palace Pier wins. I think Top Rank will fill a place at what the price see there, 18-1. Great each way bet. He was third to him last time out. Improving again this year, and I think he will be following him home. So Top Rank for me. Moving on, we are going to the Coventry Stakes, and again the betting is running down the bottom there. Wesley Ward's coffee maker, yoke, thingamabob. We had a discussion about this on NextGen Racing, and the stats for Wesley Ward's horses running over 6 furlongs. 0 from 18, with only 2 placed. Is he one to take on, Dave?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Richard Hannon's horse, Gisborne.
This is like deja vu.
Yeah, I said it there. horses win maidens by nearly 7 lengths are, when I see performances like that, I tend to stick with him. Steve has a good record in it as well, so I'm quite happy with him. I don't think Aiden has a superstar 2-year-old at the moment. If he did, it'd probably be favourite like normal years. But I'm happy with Richard Hannon's horse. He's good.
Jack, me and you are kind of on the same wavelengths with this, so you far away where I think Joseph or Dundee has the winner of this.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Masito. I mean, I think he was very impressive on debut at Navan. He only stuck his neck out quite late on. I think it was a shade cozy. He only won by half a length in the end, but I think it was a bit more dominant than what the actual lengths say. Next time out, he went to the Marble Hill Stakes, which is quite similar to what Caravaggio did before he won it, of course. We love Caravaggio, don't we? And anyway, he was second to Castle Star, who could be one of the best 2-year-olds in Ireland over this distance. We're not yet to see. We can find out here. But I mean, I don't think the ground was ideal there. He was a bit short of room early doors. He stayed on really nicely. And of course, we can talk about this Instagram video, which Donacro Brian put on his Instagram. And my word, this thing looks like an absolute machine. I don't know who he was working with, but he's just absolutely breezed past. And I think Masito, he's drawn in stall 10. It's not exactly the best place to be drawn in the world, not having Coffee Maker at all. And I think Masito at 6-1, 11-2 is a decent enough price.
I think the horse he was working with was Presenter Percy.
I hope not.
In that case, that horse is.
I heard it was Battaash.
Oh, we had to get the jumps in somewhere. Sam, where are you going with it?
Well, look, my horse actually today, the horse I fancy at big price, hasn't been declared for the race, so I haven't got a strong opinion on this. Can I just say that Wesley Ward is probably going to have the ground that he's ideally looking for at Ascot? It's going to be run on an absolute concrete there. I think it was described as good to firm in places, so I'm sure there'll be watering on the course, but it's going to be fairly quick. So, Coffee Maker, I actually wouldn't be shocked if this was Wesley Ward's first winner over this distance at Royal Ascot. I genuinely wouldn't now, because I just think in this race, Masito, I think it's a bit of a hype horse. Dave mentioned it actually on our preview, saying that everyone's kind of hyped up around an Instagram video, and that's about it. The one that I might sort of give a little side to is Ebro River, who I thought was a bit all over the shop at Sandown the last day, and I think the horse has got plenty to learn. If coming on from that, I think he could be the each-way play, but nothing confident from myself now. Mine's not been declared.
Tom, your go. Where are we off to?
Look, this is these 2-year-old races are crazy open, aren't they? It's really hard to there's a load of first-time winners in there, and it's very hard to weigh up who's performed better than the other. The one thing I'm going to go and stick with is Wesley Ward's horse, KF Maker.
KF Coffee Maker.
Coffee Maker. Okay, I just thought he was American and saying it wrong, but Coffee Maker then. Bolted up on debut, but the reason being it gets £3 here. I actually watched there's a really interesting feature on At the Races at the minute with Wesley Ward, and he's working a lot of his horses at the track, and it's their last piece of work before he decides if they go to Royal Ascot. And this horse just worked like a monster. And he said on the show, he's like, that's the best of mine. Like, that's the standout. And when you've got that many in line to go to Ascot, maybe it might mean that you haven't got a star. But I just think if this one can ping the lids and be gone, it's going to take a hell of a lot of pegging back. And it could be a case of, the final furlong could be a bit of a stretch, but it's interesting he's decided to go here. So yeah, I'd stick with that. But look, very, very hard race. Don't be betting high stakes on these 2-year-old races. I wouldn't advise anyway.
It's like back in the Boodles at Cheltenham. Don't know what's going to win. Look, I'm the same as Jack. I think Masito, if comes on again from his run behind Castle Star, he could play a huge part in it. Look, as Tom said, play safe, lads. It's only the second, third race of the day on the Tuesday. There's another 4 days to go. Look, I have small bets in this. This is just a madness race. But I think Masito, if he improves from his last run, could be hard to beat in this. Now, moving on again. We are going to the King's Stand. And we're going to see Battaash burn him off again. No, we're not, because the odds didn't come up. No, we did it. So we have Battaash 7-4, Winter Power 9-2, Oxted 7-1, Extravagant Kid 8, Liberty Beach 17-2, Maven 14s, Kuamore 14s, 18-1. Bar. Dave, you are in love with Miss Winter Power.
Yeah, I think Winter Power will beat Battaash.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that I don't think Battaash likes the track. I know he won there last year, but he could only but win last year. I think Winter Power is a stronger horse to go up against this year. The other two times he was beaten by Blue Point one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's better on faster tracks like Goodwood down the hill, 5 furlongs. Ascot can stretch him a little bit towards the end. And I just think Winter Power looked sensational the last twice, so I'm all for her. I think she's a great bet.
Tom, you Battaash, you Winter Power, or you looking elsewhere? Jeez, I went weird there. Elsewhere.
I'd probably take the Hollywoodbets enhanced double at 7-2 with Palace Pier, because I think Palace Pier is definitely gonna win. And then you're getting 7-2 on Battaash, which is a hell of a good bet. He'd never be a 7-2 shot in this race anyway. I just think, I know he's got beaten here twice, but that's been by Blue Point, who's a very, very good horse. I think he probably has the beaten of these. Winter Power is obviously the up-and-coming 3-year-old. But again, has to go do it. Probably hasn't faced the horses as big as Battaash. Gets a bit of weight, admittedly. But I think this is one of these that everyone's going to try and take on, but it just stands out to me. And with Palace Pier standing out as well, I'm going to take the 7-2 Hollywoodbets on the enhanced double.
That is so much better PR work. Well done.
It's true, though. Just tell the truth.
It is when you look at it and you have Palace Pier, who's probably just going to hose up. You're sitting on a 7-2 on Battaash, where you're not going to get in a million years. Next gen, Sam, where are we going? You in the Battaash camp, or you taking them on?
Yeah, I think Tom's completely right. I think the best enhancement that they're giving is the 7-2 about Battaash and Palace Pier. But Winter Power, Dave, Attalus Bay won yesterday. That enhanced the form of Winter Power. And that was a good victory, actually, for that horse yesterday. Oxted's a horse that I just can't seem to get the grips of. Probably not the best Group 1 winner we've ever seen. I've actually got one that I'd probably go at a price. And that's Extravagant Kid for Brendan Walsh. Now, the horse is being bought over. Ryan Moore's riding this horse again. He actually rode the horse in the Alquoz Sprint over at Meydan, which was a really messy race that was, but it was on fast ground, and he did beat some decent horses, the likes of Equilateral, who came second in this race last season, and Space Blues, who we know is a really good horse. So I think if they go off a hurdling pace with Moore on the back, I think that horse will be staying on, potentially to grab a place, but I wouldn't be siding against Battaash.
Jack, we on the bat?
We are indeed, yeah. There's a couple of interesting American runners, Extravagant Kid and also Maven. Yeah, and I think Maven's in. 14-1 is not a bad price. Recorded a speed figure of 104 at Keenan the last time out, which is okay. But he's got plenty to find here. Winter Power, she's been very good, but just against the 3-year-olds, and this requires a lot more. I think. She's getting weight from Battaash, but I think she's going to have to improve a hell of a lot to beat Battaash. Battaash is 5 out of 5 fresh. There's no Ascot Hoodoo anymore after winning the King's Stand last year. So I don't know if you can necessarily say he doesn't like the track, because as Tom said, Blue Point was an exceptional sprinter. And yeah, I think it's all about the bat.
Yeah, I totally agree. Battaash, he's going to take a hell of a lot of beating in this. Look, Winter Power is the up and coming. She's getting a lot of weight off Battaash. But look, as it is with sprinters, the older they get, they seem to hold their form a hell of a lot more than they did when they're younger. They're bigger, they're stronger. They can race at it. I think he could be as good as ever this year. Look, he had a little blip running up to this, but I think, look, he's a sprinter. It's not going to take much to get sprinters fit these days. I think he's going to take a hell of a lot of beating. And again, that 7-2 enhanced from Palace Pier to Battaash, it's a great bet. So I think Battaash all day is going to win this. I think it's going to be run at a breakneck gallop, and I think it's going to be set up for him. So
if you want to get really clever, you could, if you took their 7-2 enhanced with Hollywoodbets on Battaash and Palace Pier. If you can get Palace Pier over the line in front, you can lay back. You can lay back your stake then on Betfair or whatever exchange on Battaash, and you'd be in line for a nice profit at that price. So
that's solid advice. Well done. See, Tom, Betfair exchange expert right there.
We'll get them on board.
What's the maximum bet on this enhanced double?
You can win up to €100 profit.
Okay.
Which isn't bad, to be fair.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you consider you can get Stradivarius at 5-4 as well. Which is a waste of money, but anyway.
Oh, we'll get to that. I still can't believe it.
Don't worry, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Next. Oh, right, sorry. That's the end of day one. First winner.
No, St. James Palace Stakes.
No, we done that.
We didn't.
Didn't we?
You've done an absolute me there, Andrew. That look.
What are you on about?
My job's now safe.
No, I'm just testing him. I had the graphics ready.
How do you not know the St. James's Palace Stakes is on day one of Royal Ascot? Like, come on.
Tom, it's scandalous how I don't know this. But I can tell you what's happening December the 31st in Tramore. What races are on? None, because it's on the 1st. But anyway, we are on the St. James's Palace Stakes. This looks a very good race. We have the English Guineas winner and the Irish Guineas winner. Irish Guineas runner up in Poetic Flair. Heading the betting, but is it easy as that, or where are we going to take him on with, Tom?
I'm glad you came to me first on this one because I actually got an answer for you. I'm going to take them all on with Lucky Vega.
Take every single one of them on.
I fancy Lucky Vega here. Is my thinking. Very close third in the Guineas. Fourth in the Irish Guineas on soft to heavy ground. Not an overly big horse, so I imagine the better ground will suit him. Great Group 1 winner as a 2-year-old. Are the rumours true? Is he getting retired after this race?
Lucky Vega?
Yeah, going to stud in Australia.
Oi! That's what I hate about the flat. Like, you see him for a week and they're gone.
That's the thing where flat lets themselves down. I think.
Yeah.
It's just...
I think the likes of Battaash and Stradivarius, they're horses that people fall in love with because they're in training so long. They don't get retired at 3 or 4. That's the frustrating thing. So I agree with it. So 3, that's where flat gets let down.
This is exactly what happens at the flat. Oh, look, he's a big willy. Get him off the stud. That's exactly what happens.
You're never going to leave this Lucky Vega down. You just keep putting them up. Tom's putting them up, and you put them up last year.
He is one of very few Lope de Vegas that just don't like soft ground. Yeah, and thing is going to be rattling quick. It may as well be running out in the car park out there.
Keep losing money on him.
Tuesday's the day.
I'll give him one more chance, Andrew, because you can't give him any more chances after that.
We're not backing him after this. One more chance. Come on then, Mr. Not So Lucky Vega.
This chinned it for me. I don't think Aiden's...
hold up now. You roll in with him every day of the week. He could be running in the car, the track you hate, and you'll back him.
He's actually won me money, and I didn't roll in with him in the Guineas. I picked it.
That's lies.
But yeah, he's only ran one bad race in his life, which was last year in the Dewhurst on soft ground. 5th in the Guineas wasn't a bad run, and I don't think he handles the track all that well. He's won at Ascot before. Likes Ascot. Richard Hannon likes the race. I think it's fairly obvious, seeing as Aiden's are just not any good. The only one that Aiden has any good as the 3-year-old is St. Mark's Basilica. And he likes holidaying in France.
There we go.
It is true, though. This is a bad bunch of Aidan O'Brien's horses to win this. I would be shocked if any of his win this. Jack, Aidan O'Brien's horses in this, not up to the scratch to be winning it.
Absolutely not. No, not for me. I put way too much loyalty into Thunder Moon in the Guineas, and I got slapped in the face. So if he goes to win this, I'll be very, very angry. Be happy to see it. Don't get me wrong. But no, for me, I find it quite interesting because Mostadaf and Battleground, obviously stalls 1 and 2 aren't actually the best for this, because I think there's just 2 winners from stalls 1 or 2 in the last 13 renewals. So it's interesting to see them second and third favourite. For me, I think at a price, Maximal's a good price. I mean, he's been second to One Ruler on his first start, second to Hurricane Lane this year. Didn't like the soft ground in the autumn stakes, and he's been staying on really nicely. I mean, he's been running over a mile too, dropping back to a mile. He's got an entry in the Sussex Stakes. So I just think he's gone a little bit under the radar. He's 25 to 1. And for me, that's a decent each way price, especially with Colin Keane on the board.
That's good jockey booking. Sam, where are you going?
Oh God, I'm going to go with the Aidan O'Brien horse. And Jack mentioned, I'm going to go with Battleground. Jack actually mentioned there the stats about draws, but stats are there to be broken. That was proved with Battaash in the Derby. So yeah, exactly. Stats are there to be broken. But this horse here, the reason I'm silent with this horse is because Frankie said during the Guineas, he was actually well backed into favouritism for the Guineas, but the horse didn't handle the dip that day. Now, what I did is I went back and just looked at the horse's runs around the bend in the Vintage and also at the Breeders' Cup, where I thought the horse handled the Breeders' Cup really well. But in the Vintage, he was really impressive. And I just think that with Ryan probably going to be booked on board, I think he is booked. I think the horse is a right decent player, 6 to 1. I think he's going to shock a few people. But back round the bend, I think Battleground's actually going to be one of the tough ones to beat in it. We
just haven't forgiven him for the Breeders' Cup, have we?
I won't back him because Warfronts don't train on.
Yeah.
Is he by Warfront?
He's by Warfront.
Frankie Dettori being booked on Thunder Moon.
He's a bogey. The horse and
You're asking the wrong person. He just hates Frankie.
Background, he's by Found, who won an arc when she was 4, but like Warfronts just don't train on like. And he's a big horse, but I've yet to see a Warfront train on.
Yeah, that's true. Right now it's your time to do it.
You have to go back on the old questions.
I'll just say it again. Say it again.
So the question was, who came second to See the Stars when he won the 2,000 guineas? I'll give you 30 seconds.
Oh, I wish I had a countdown clock right now.
And the music.
Doom.
Yeah. Very good. I wonder if Tom know the answer to this.
Only because I saw it in the comments, and when I saw it came to me, I wouldn't have done.
Delegator.
Yeah.
Oh,
who was riding him?
Frankie?
Jamie Spencer.
Jamie Spencer.
Yeah, I'd have got that.
I knew that. Just testing you.
Pick a winner.
You pick. Who's first up there?
Well, there was a few other answers up above.
Okay.
Hang on. I'll scroll up and see because there were a couple of people who got it straight away.
There. Joseph Connolly.
Yeah.
There's the first one.
All right, Joe. So you have the first. Hold on, I need to write your name. The first free bet for whatever day you want to use. So just email the finishing line 2017 at gmail.com or message the finishing line on Twitter. And we will sort that out for you in the next few days. Well, tomorrow. Now, on to day 2.
Do you want a question?
You need a question, yeah.
Tom was mentioning how did Andrew not know
Where's this going?
The St. James's Palace stake was on Tuesday. It wasn't on Tuesday last year because of COVID.
That's why I didn't have it ready.
And what day was it actually on last year?
Saturday.
But sure, you're just giving me the fucking answer now.
Oh, that's all right.
Yes!
Come on. Second €10 free bet to me. Right. Oh, shit, wrong button. We are on Wednesday now, and the Queen Mary Stakes. Again, betting is underneath there. Jesus. Jack is out there doing a runner.
Oh, we haven't got the comments on. We just wanted to whack them on.
Oh, the boys want to enter now, look.
They're right too.
Yeah, I just get plenty of abuse on it. I want to see what people have.
Everyone's saying about the new haircut. I was just trying to see.
I was going to say, it's always good to see the abuse again.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Cheltenham preview for that, lads, was gold.
The Cheltenham preview I got called Ollie Mers. I don't understand where that even came from. Like,
and we're still waiting for the song.
And then Tom was described as Jack's dad.
Granddad,
that was it. Sorry, not dad. That was giving justice.
No, the initiations. The initiations of football team clubs and everything. You two still have to do yours for this.
Wait. Initiation?
Like us two?
Yeah. So for Cheltenham Festival preview, where you'll probably be over here, you have to do in front of a live audience on top of the stage.
If you sing Marvin Gaye's Ain't No Mountain High in front of a live stage.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually... I'm a big Dizzy Rascal fan. Dizzy Rascal Holiday, and I can do the full rap as well. I won't do it now, but I could pull that off.
Live Cheltenham preview, that is happening.
half-time entertainment.
Yeah. I like that actually. Yeah.
That's sorted anyway.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's that segment out of the way.
Again, Royal Ascot. Royal Cheltenham, what?
No.
Why are we talking about Cheltenham again? Carry on.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, myself and Tom are getting carried away. Take it away, Dave. Queen Mary Stakes. Who wins this? We were in agreement, so you can do the talking for the two of us.
In agreement, and I think I was walking to your house and watching a race, and I texted you straight after. I said that Carol Burke has another Royal Ascot filly on his hands after Dandala won last year, and I picked her out after Newcastle, and it's illustrating.
Yes, it is.
I really like her. I like the way she won her maiden, and straight to here afterwards shows that Carol Burke thinks a lot of her, so I'm quite happy with her. I don't like backing the American ones.
No.
If they win, so be it. But they go too fast. They're like a squalid cat.
They really do. And the way she tracked the pace the other day when she won a maiden, she got buffeted around a bit. She got taken out, hands and heels the whole way to the line. Ears were pricked when she passed the line. There was a hell of a lot left in the tank. She could come on, leaps and bounds for it. And the price she is 10-1 each way is a great bet, I think.
See, the reason I don't like the American one, backing on the American ones, and if they win, is because when he first came over and he had those couple of winners the first year that he was here, maybe one of them was backed. Since then, every horse that he brings is the wrong price. It's nearly in his favourite, and it's just overbacked because it's him and because he's had a couple of winners. So they're not for me at all. I like to look elsewhere.
Tom was in agreement there. Take it away, Tom.
I'm liking this new Dave. I'm really liking this new Dave.
Isn't the flat Dave so different to the jumps Dave?
He's like, he just got down to a T, Dave. It is so true though. Those American ones are all over bet. And the Wesley Ward factor times about 8 is factored into their price. I know I've just put up one for day one. I'm actually going to go with Get Ahead, Clive Cox's horse, for a syndicate called Hot to Trot Racing. Was a good maiden winner at Ascot in May. Stayed on very nicely there by showcasing. And yeah, I'm just going to take a chance on her. But again, this is a low stakes race, and this is actually where doing our competition comes into it. Our WhatsApp competition that we've got, where you get a selection in each race, just gives you something to cheer on, basically.
It really does. They told me not to mention it, but you can still enter it if you want. You have up to 10 o'clock tonight to enter our official line.
If people text
the competition, if you want to enter it, all you have to do is text Dave or write to him on Instagram and he'll put you into it. All right, Dave.
Honestly, lads, it's worth entering because it gives you something to look at and something to cheer on, and all those big handicaps, all the 2-year-old races where you don't want to be risking too much of your money.
Oh, look, I finalized all the people in it today, so if you do want to enter and I don't get back, I'm not getting back to anybody tonight, so I'm not being ignorant. I'll get back to you tomorrow, but that's it then, because Tom needs to sort out the names then after that.
I just got daggers thrown at me with his look. So worth it.
I expect the 2 boys to join in now, and I see the flat knowledge that you have. See where,
you got to put your
you can
money where your mouth is now.
I don't know if we want to show you up that much, though. It'd be a bit embarrassing.
Oh, you're welcome.
No. Here we go.
I like it. I was above.
I feel a forfeit coming on.
I was above Tom and Andrew in the Punchestown one.
Oh, that's embarrassing. God.
Oh dear.
Punchestown. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Because he put up Corey.
I was above Ollie in the Cheltenham one, the Dundalk's ones. Dundalk, what, like 8 weeks in a row?
The Dundalk one, I can't believe Andrew won, not Tom.
Hey, I won it and came second in consecutive weeks.
I'm not being funny. That's like saying I'm better than you at picking winners at Lingfield. No one cares.
Hey, a winner's a winner. Any track, anywhere. The money is still the same.
Dundalk is good buzz as well, to be fair.
Oh, no, it's all right.
Jesus Christ, Dave. This is a new you, mate.
I meant going up there.
I don't know. Lads, next gen. Come on, enlighten us with your flat knowledge. Who's going to win the Queen Mary Stakes?
Let me kick things off because Tom's given me a bit more confidence, but I actually really like to get ahead for this and was one of my 2-year-old bets of the week, bar one that we actually heard about from Oisin Murphy earlier in the week, who we'll probably get onto that later and say who that is. But I'm more confident in that now. But get ahead, course and distance winner by showcasing, like Tom said, who showed plenty of speed as a 2-year-old himself. Sister to Alchemate, he was a Group 2 winner at 2 years old as well. I just think that this horse here has got plenty of ability, and Clive Cox thinks a hell of a lot of this filly. The form wasn't perfect from the race, but I think the 3rd and 6th have since come out and won from that maiden win. So I'd probably give that horse a chance. I don't know what the price is, around sort of 10, 12 to 1, but I think a decent each way bet. But I do think that Twilight Gleaming deserves plenty of respect. And I thought that Wesley Water, this was his best chance of a winner all week. But Tom obviously said that the one in the Coventry was the better chance. But he might have gone on to 2 different areas and said that this was the best bet. But I think Twilight Gleaming deserves plenty of respect. 7.5 length winner at Belmont Park on similar going. So she has a right shot and deserves to be favourite. But I'll go with get ahead each way in this race, I think.
Jack? You're the same?
I think this is an absolute mess of a race, personally. Like Tom, I don't think I'll be getting involved in this, especially when you have 2 American runners up top. I mean, yeah, they've both put in good performances last time out. How good are they? I mean, Artos was 6 lengths behind Rooflin, who's in the listed Windsor Castle Stakes. Not too sure how strong that form is. It's interesting you guys say they're... are we right, Dave? Are we okay?
What's up with you?
Oh, Andrew's sister has just commented that he's the best tipster. Oh my god.
That's
the most
it's
embarrassing
true.
thing I've ever seen.
Hey.
Oh my god. The family are
no, it's been put
It's
up
true.
on the screen as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jealousy,
man.
lads. Jealousy.
All we need is Tom's mum to comment now that
Yeah, God.
I'm glad you're not drunk.
My girlfriend's watching from down the end of the other end of the garden. If she comments now saying I'm the better tipster, I'm not going to be
It's the truth.
It is. It's all the truth, lads.
Wow.
Anyway, Jack, where were you?
Sorry, Jack.
God, I mean, I've completely lost my train of thought, and I'm glad because it's a horrible race. It's interesting how you say, it's interesting how you say the American horses are overbet, because sometimes I think they're underbet quite a bit. I mean, I know you've got the Wesley Ward factor, but I think there's a lot of people who actually are like us who don't want to bet on them for that reason, and therefore they can be underbet a lot of the time. I won't be with them. If I had to push myself, it would be Orinoco River, who was second to Yet last time out, was travelling the best of them. I don't think like the ground on debut. By Warfront, of course, 2-year-old, so that's okay. And it's Donica O'Brien, and we love a bit of Donica O'Brien, so I think she's an okay each way price. And yeah, I may have a stab there.
Nice. I'm the same as Dave, and I'm going to go on about illustrating is my pick. Now, moving on to a race that I think myself and a few of the rest of the lads are keen on. You're never keen on. You didn't say you just go against. If I say black, you say white.
I just picked the same one in the last race, though.
Yeah, but that's just like the solar eclipse. It happens once every 20 years.
Once in a blue moon, yeah.
Blue moon.
No,
I'm not doing that now.
Maybe just called you Mr. Goshen.
Mr. Goshen, what is that? Who is Mr. Goshen? Is that what I'm known as? Is that me or Dave? Because Dave and I are both big fans. What is that?
You.
That's definitely you. That was
That's
100% you.
Yeah.
Mr. Goshen. I'm not sure I like that as a nickname.
Well, it's sticking now, so deal with it. So, Mr. Goshen, who's going to win the Duke of Cambridge?
Okay, well, I think that this is probably one of the naps of the week, and that's Lady Beauthorpe in here. I just think that her run behind Palace Pier in the lock-in was decent enough to go and win this if she can show up and do that again. I mean, she was well clear of Top Rank, who's in third, and who was well clear of the rest of the field. But I think that if this horse was trained by the likes of Gosden or O'Brien, this horse would be, close to even money, in my opinion. I think that Queen Power is improving. I know there's only, I think it was a short head or a head splitting them the last day they faced each other. But I just think the Lady Beauthorpe just keeps on improving. I describe this as one of Tom's red wines, improves day by day.
Jesus.
I like that.
Of course you fucking do. It's red wine.
Anything to do with red wine. I like it.
I can't, says the man that's going to pour a glass of red wine now. Jack, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to rain on all your parades. 11 of the last 12 winners were 4-year-olds, and we got 2 5-year-olds at the head of the market. I think they're quite hard to split personally. I think 2.5 points is quite harsh considering how close they were in the Dahlia Stakes. For me, I'm going to give a chance to Indie Angel, who's 25 to 1 with Frankie Dettori on board. She produced a really nice performance at Lingfield last year over 7 furlongs. We love a bit of Lingfield.
See, and again, not to me about Dundalk, you love Lingfield. See, it's just a little place in your heart.
Yeah, it is actually. It's the second chance. I gave her a chance in the Dahlia Stakes. She didn't have too much cover that day. Frankie was under a drive quite early. It didn't look like she liked the undulations and the dip there, but I think even though she's won there, I think she has a decent chance. I mean, she gets £3 from both Queen Power and Lady Bowthorpe, and I think 25 to 1's an okay price.
She probably didn't like Frankie, let's be honest.
Frankie's back on board, baby.
Oh, Jesus. Where are you going? Oh, no, not Hayley Turner.
Yep. This is one of my best bets of the whole meeting.
Jesus Christ.
Dave.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go on. Go on, get it out
I
of the way.
agree with Jack with the stats with the 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds. I also agree that the top 2 are too close to call. You can't just have one over the other. There's only a head separating them at Newmarket.
You so don't talk like this in the jumps.
Lavender's Blue let that form down. She was absolute puck the last
There we go, he's back.
Queen Power came out fair enough. She won a race at York, but I mean, some of the horses in that, Tom would beat him in a race, I'd say. Honestly,
poor Tom again.
They're just terrible.
I love you. It's okay,
and
Tom.
then Lady Bowthorpe obviously ran well against Palace Pier, but he seemed to be the only one that handled the ground that day. Every other horse, some of the horses were so far back, I didn't even see him.
Look, Lady Bowthorpe is the only one to give Palace Pier a race that day.
Right. I'm going with Onassis.
Okay.
First race of the season last year was at Royal Ascot, and she won the Sandringham Stakes, and she was a massive price. I think it was 33 to 1 or something. Held up out the back, came with a swooping later on, and got up near the line. I think the exact same thing will happen. I think she's unbelievable each way bet.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, far away.
Thanks, appreciate that. Lady Bowthorpe for me. Her win at Newmarket, where she apparently wasn't fit, was good. She backed it up with a very, very good run behind Palace Pier. And I think she's a winner over course and distance as well by 4 lengths. She handles the track. So I think she is going to take some whacking in this. I think 2 to 1 is, look, it's not the best price in the world, but I think she is going to be very, very hard to beat. A one that I would call a danger if she comes back to her best is Johnny Murtagh's Champer Elise. She's had a very iffy start to the season, but she matches her form from last season. She could play a part. Tom, your turn to back yourself up after getting abused there. Unfairly, might I add.
I'm telling him he'd be faster than some Group 2 fillies.
I'm sure he'd be running after him back in the heyday.
Wow.
Back in my day when I was...
It gets like that, Andrew. Wait until your kids get a bit older and you're like talking to them about life, and you're like, "Oh, back in my day now, when I was going."
I had this conversation with Noah when he was playing hurling the other day. I was like, back when I was playing, I was like, "Oh God, I'm not this person now, am I?"
Oh, you are. Yeah. Everybody turns into that person. I am going to go with Dave. I'm going to side with Dave on this one. And Onassis, I was actually my kind of
What's
one of
going
my.
on here?
She was kind of my sneaky pick of the week that I was quite keen on at 12 to 1. As Dave said, won the Sandringham first time out last year off 81. It was absolutely chucked in that day. Improved last year though. Went on to win 2 listed races. Was 4th in a Group 3. Then they dropped back down to 6 for the Champions Day sprint. She's finished 6-16, only beaten 2 3/4 lengths, staying on from the back. Ground shouldn't be an issue to her. She's won on good and she's won on heavy. And Charlie Fellows is having a good year. A filly who can go well fresh, likes Ascot. 12 to 1 each way, definitely. I think you'll back a lot worse horses at Royal Ascot next week.
I can feel you just staring at me.
Tom knows now. Tom knows the score with the flat.
Oh, finish line, friends.
Just because we did that to you about somebody else and we abused you about it.
What? Oh, careful now, or we'll call out what you called Henry. It was a nice thing. Before it was
it was a nice thing.
It was a nice thing. It was a nickname. It was like a pet name. It's like a pet name he had for him.
Buying horse friends.
Buying horse friends. Woo! Ooh, John McConnell looking like friends. Woo!
I saw him at the sales earlier this week, and I just looked. I was just like, I can't go anywhere near.
Yeah, and you did.
Oh, there's my twin.
You should have got the selfie out. Oh, it would have gone viral.
It did cross my mind for a second.
Oh, but he's hanging around with his bestie Henry. Ooh, buying horse friends. Ooh.
He's your bestie as well.
Oh, we had a little fallout. We're all right now, though.
You still back every single horse he runs?
No, I don't. I back the winners. See, you can, when we started this podcast, we all got together. I got some abuse over saying Henry's horses are good. He's an unreal trainer. What happens? Fast forward 3 years later. Where does Tom have all his horses? Henry the Bromhead. I rest my case.
I tell you stuck with him anyway. He had a good Cheltenham this year. If you throw enough darts, he'll eventually get that. Next thing, don't. Not.
Moving on swiftly. This is where it's going to get feisty.
See, no, I'm not even talking on this.
We are going to the Prince of Wales Stakes.
No, I decided today.
This is where Dave and Tom don't become friends anymore.
No. I decided today after we talked to the Next Gen lads the other day as well. I'm not even talking about this.
Yes, you are. I'm not getting paid.
Leaving Love, do the talking on Wednesday, and then I'm going to come on and say, "Told you so." That's all I'm saying.
So the odds: Lord North is 7-4, Love is 15-8, but you can get 5-2 right now. Armory 11-4, Adabe is 10 and 12-1. Bar the rest. You're talking about her?
Nope.
Come on, no.
No.
Let's get the choo-choo train for Love down Lover's Lane and blah blah blah. Let's go. Come on.
You hate her.
I don't hate
Tom
her.
is actually going to put her up because he knows that she has her ground.
Are you putting her up?
Of course he is. I know
You're
he's
putting her up.
Sean, good to farm ground. It's game over. That's it.
Come on, Tom.
The row with you two about Love last year was that she wasn't going to go on soft ground. That was the only row about Love. Now,
no, it wasn't. You said she beat a pile of... Yeah, look at him. You're moonwalking. You're going backwards faster than Michael Jackson moonwalking off a stage.
Let me finish. I will add in. Her form is dog shit, but it is. Her form is terrible. But she absolutely annihilated them. It was the way she was doing it last year. Lord North is probably rightly so just favourite. He's done it more times than she has. She's going to have to be on her A game for this. Back down to a mile 2, I don't think it'll hurt her. I think she just does everything so easily. She gets the mare's allowance. And yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd pick her. I think Armory as well, though. You would never have put into this conversation that at this stage last year. But he was impressive at Chester. I don't want to rule him out just yet, but I do feel Lord North and Love would just be too good for him.
Jack, please shed some sanity onto this podcast.
I probably won't actually.
Oh,
for love of God.
You should come to me.
I'm not having Love one bit.
Oh, that's all right then. That's okay. Yeah, you're okay. Good.
She may win very well. I'll say I'm wrong, but I mean, she's fresh.
He's on him.
Did I say that?
Dave, she's fresh and it's over this trip and she's going against the Colts for the first time in about 3 years. I mean, she hasn't actually proved anything against the Colts. Her year for the Arc was last year. I'm interested to see just how good she really is this year, but I'm not backing her first time out, that's for sure. Lord North, of course, won this quite impressively last year with a good turn of foot. Was very impressive over in Maidan, especially as he burst a blood vessel. Again, 7-4, I won't be siding with him. I think Armory is a great bet at 11-4. I think you can really upgrade his performance last time out. We know how hard it is to come from the back at Chester. It was under a hand and heels ride. Again, the form's not that great. He was hitting the line strong. Last year, he was third behind Magical and Gaiath, who, of course, was rated the best horse in the world. Was also ahead of Sotsas, who went on to win the Arc. He was then second in the Cox Plate behind...
Sir Dragonite, exactly. That's the end of that point, really.
Yeah, behind Sir Dragonet. And yeah, I think 11-4 is a really good price to oppose the 2 at the front of the market.
Sam?
Yeah,
come on.
I'll put a bit more sanity. Lord North's going to win this, and it's as simple as that. Yeah, the performance at Meydan was really impressive. Great turn of foot. We know this horse has an unbelievable turn of foot. The horse won this last year, and I see no reason why he's not going to go and win this easily again. I think the horse that Sir Dragonet made look pathetic in the Cox Plate hasn't got much of a chance in here, considering the form of that run at Chester hasn't worked out to be too great. And Love, like Jack said, the first time we've seen a horse against the Colts in a fair while. And I just don't think that she's going to be up for it just yet. I think she might need a run, and we'll see where she goes from there. But I just think that Lord North's going to be way too good here.
Yeah, I think Lord North will win. Look, Love, to me, needs to do it against the boys now. Look, she could do it, fair play to her if she does, but I don't think she will. Aidan O'Brien having her first time out at Ascot. Look, she's going to be very fit. She's going to be drilled, but there's only a certain amount they can get him fit at home. I know he has everything he can. He's like, look, they have everything they want in Ballydale. She hasn't been to a race course since when? Middle of last year?
She didn't win a 1,000 guineas first time out either. That didn't happen.
I never said anything about that, did I?
He's
She's going to be fresh.
So angry.
I'm just saying that didn't happen.
Right, she's going to be fresh as Anton. I just think Lord North is a lot better than her.
Yeah.
Not a lot better than her, but I think he's the best horse in the race by a good way as of right now.
He is, absolutely. He bet horses from Saudi Arabia there the last time. Good horse.
He won this race last year as well. Oh, shock. Who remembers that?
Horses. Saudi Arabia, there's probably one from South Africa. There was another one there.
What the hell did Love beat? Lingfield Yaks.
And
Nothing wrong with Lingfield.
Nothing wrong with it.
Sorry, Wolverhampton Yaks.
There we are. Better.
There we go.
Better. Sorry, save myself. Now, look, if she turns up in her best form and Lord North turns up in the best form, it's going to be one hell of a race. But the actual play I've been looking at, and I've said it on NextGen Racing podcast, is it's gone at my head now. Desert Encounter.
That one, yeah. Good
I just got flustered with it. Desert Encounter is kind of the bet for me in this to hit the place. He's going to be ridden cold out the back like he is the whole time. I think Andrea Zini is up on him. He'll be played past horses that have been trying to beat the top 2. And I'm hoping at 40-1 he might nick third place. You go a Dave, the ground's probably gone against him. My Oberon, and Sangarius, they're not much of muchness. I think he goes sneaking in the place of 40-1. That's my play on it. Look, from a win perspective, I think Lord North will win.
Does anyone think that the Breeders' Cup winner or Daria could run a decent race here?
Yep.
You think so, Dave?
Yeah, but she won't be Love, so.
Oh, there we go.
It's all in one, really.
I really hope she does win, because you're going to be so angry if she doesn't win.
Yeah, plenty of
I reckon she could be second, Sam, to be honest. Good horse. Yeah,
right, what's the top 3?
In this?
Yeah.
Love, Odara, and Armory.
How do you say Desert Encounter? Just keep me happy.
No. He'll be last.
You're bitter now, aren't you?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No.
I can see it in your eyes. Right.
I just don't know why you don't want to win money.
Just because I could say the same against a lot of things I put up at Cheltenham.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, I might listen to
someone had a question up about me putting Armory up as an anti-post bet, and now I'm picking Love.
That was on the basis of Love.
It was on the basis of Love on going to run. Love's a better horse than Armory.
You're defending her.
How long did that anti-post series last for? Like 2 episodes, was it? And I wasn't here.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
3, because some people didn't turn up on Sundays.
Yeah, you kept taking days off.
I'm not doing anti-post selection of Royal Ascot, lads.
Just keep getting them winners, Tom.
Just keep buying more Shaunas and we'll leave you to it.
Yeah, I'll spend my time doing that. You do the anti-post selections.
Just 2 seconds. I went back the other day because we did a video on our channel with anti-post bets over on the flat, and I went back and thinking that Dave tipped up Love for the Prince of Wales, but Dave, you actually mentioned that you fancied Lord North for the Prince of Wales anti-post for that around 4-1. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yes,
right,
Sam.
hold on. Wait, give Dave a bit of credit But Dave, Dave,
explain yourself.
Love was going to run in that race. So, in all fairness, Dave didn't think Love would go there.
Because he's just explained it.
No, Sam, stop talking. Sam, stop talking.
Yeah, stop talking. Still talking now.
Explain yourself.
Sure, Sam just said it.
Damn you, Sam. It started off so well.
I actually thought Love was going to run in the race pile driver one.
Damn it.
Coronation Cup.
Yeah, I thought he was going to
know
run
what this means, though? He wasn't. He got the race name.
I know my flat racing, lads.
See, deep down inside, Lord North is going to win.
Yeah.
Deep down.
Watched it the other day. Oh, no.
So ignorant, the last talk.
And then Armory spoils the party.
Sorry, Dave.
That's
That
okay.
is a great shout, lad.
I did get the horse
It's
forward,
something like a Dave or a Moy O'Brien or something's going to win.
That was a good shout back then, but it's not now.
Fourth isn't a bad price looking at now. So,
Dave, yeah, that's the thing you got to look at. You should be happy. You got the value.
yeah, you got the value.
And the winner as well.
You bet the winner.
And here, I can give you value now. You can get 5-2 for Love to win this with Hollywood bets.
I actually got value on Armory and Lord North, and none of them are going to win.
Did you back him?
Back to Armory, but sure, it is what it is now.
What price you Armory at?
13-2.
That's not bad. At least you're sitting on that. When Love gets nabbed
Good value, Dave.
on the 9 point.
Kubo is sat watching this now going, lads, don't even go there. Just don't even go there.
What the hell
And as a
did you
flyer,
just
I
do
was
there?
going to try and squish him.
My O'Brien, my God. Next, we are moving on. Tom, we're getting close to our distance. 1 mile 4. We're getting close.
We have to do the bet.
We have to do the bet. Tom, we're going backwards. Hold up now.
Yeah, it
Repeat
was
question.
what day was the St. James's Palace Stakes ran last year? Couple of seconds there for some answers.
I think one person got it.
Yeah, me.
Was it what day was it, Dave?
Saturday.
Okay, someone said Thursday, so that was the right answer.
Yeah, that's not the right answer.
I'm going to get the countdown clock thingy going.
So if anyone wants to write Saturday on the comments, they can win themselves free bet.
Like literally the first one in the comments right now can have a free 10-hour bet. Like
The answer is Saturday.
Saturday
And next Saturday now. Saturday.
There you go.
There you go. There we go. What was it?
Official Realise IRL.
IRL.
Summer of Friday.
That's so wrong. Yeah. So Dave, call out the winner there and write it down.
Official Realise.
Where did I put the other name? Oh, here. Go on anyway. Go on. I'll find it.
Official Realise
In front of me.
IRL.
Right, so you do the same. You email the finish line 2017@gmail.com or send a message on Twitter and we will sort it out for you. Now we're moving on to Thursday. Oh, Ribblesdales.
Another question then, is it?
Not a question.
Another bet.
Not a question. Get away. Get it on there. And we'll...
Who won the Albany Stakes last year?
Jesus Christ. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, well, you gave away the answer last time. See if someone gets it.
The Albany
That's
Stakes.
Albany Trace that you toxic or
Oh, Pentland Hills.
Kubo's favourite horse.
Let's get it in somewhere.
Ribblesdale.
Anyway, Ribblesdale Stakes. Dave Keek is away. Looking like a decent race.
One of the favourites that I'll definitely be siding with in this. Neon Star. Her form was franked no end by snowfall. And her form, I think it was at Wetherby, was it? Which is strange for a jumps track being a flat track.
You hate that.
But yeah, her form was franked in that race too. I think she's a really good price for when you consider some of the other favourites. I consider her a much better bet than Lady Boathorn, for example.
Yeah, that's true.
Neon Star all the way.
Sam, Noon Star.
Yeah, We know this is one that we all agree on. I think Noon Star. I actually said to Jack before the horse was withdrawn from the Oaks, that I think Stout would have come here rather than that race. I know the horse had some blood samples that weren't quite right, but this is the new target. I think Stout seems fairly confident this horse is going to go quite well. He does think the horse is quite short. He did say that. I listened to his interview. He said he thinks the horse is way too short for this race on the basis of what she's done. So I would take that into a bit of consideration. But the one at big price that I might quite like is Loving Dream, who I'm hoping is around double-figure odds for the Gosdens. She was quite disappointing in the Oaks trial at Lingfield. However, didn't have the ground that she wanted then and had a bit of a mess of the race. And Frankie made a bit of a meal of things, to be totally honest. But back on good ground where the horse finished behind Noon Star last night, Webby, I think I'd give her an each-way chance. But Noon Star would probably be the one to beat.
Jack, you in agreement?
Yep, 100%. I think, like Dave said, this is one of the easiest favourites of the week to back. I'd be all over Noon Star compared to Lady Beauthorpe. What Michael Stout said, I don't really care. I don't really listen to what trainers say these days. You've heard Aidan O'Brien go on so much recently and how wrong he's been. So I don't really listen to what trainers say all that much. And I think she's a cracking price. And I think, yeah, she's going to win at 11-4.
Yeah, I agree. I think 11-4 is a great price. Look, I'm going to say it already. She's my whole nap at the whole meeting. I think she'll win and win quite closely, if I'm honest. Look, Ishada, he's not guaranteed to like the extra 2 furlongs on pedigree whatsoever. And the rest of them are much as really. Dubai Fountain ran a shocker the last time. Sea Cars could be one of a bit of a danger, but Noon Star, her form is, look, snowfall form is had to be put up and show that it's really strong form. And I think Noon Star is my nap at a whole meeting.
I like it.
No, you don't. You're going to put up something else. You did put up something else. Tom, where are you going?
I'm going for a 25-1 shot on this. Each way, Noon Star definitely has her chance. But the one I'm going to go for is Annerville of Johnny Murtas. Very interested to see if he brings her over. So what's wrong with you two? Anyway,
I was asking him. Did I ask you about this already?
Went off at 40 to 1 on debut at Leopardstown. Finished 4th, beating a length and a quarter. Got absolutely no run. Could nearly have won that day, I think. Came out and won then next time out. Have they just disappeared?
Oh, welcome to the NextGen Racing YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, they're gone. Oh, now the boys are gone. What's going on? The boys are back.
Live TV, lads. Can't beat us.
We just started hosting the NextGen Racing channel then for about 2 minutes.
I thought I was going to be the host of the finishing line then for the rest of the Royal.
What a roll.
Would have been over in about 5 seconds, but
they would end up in a Cheltenham Festival preview.
Yeah. Annabelle anyway went and won then at Leopardstown, absolutely bolted up. The second has come out and won since. I think the 7th has won since, and there's a good few others have been placed. If Johnny brings her over, he won't be doing it just for the fun of it. And 25-1, I'll take a chance on her.
I'm gone now after that. I don't know what happened.
Noon Star
wins, lads. That's
I
everyone.
I just can't wait. The nonsense that's going to come next. I'm just not looking forward to it. But yeah, absolute nonsense next.
I know who put Stradivarius up to win a Gold Cup.
I'm not happy with this.
Relax.
Let him have his
now, Tom, we're at our distance. You're going to pick Stradivarius anyway.
Still got it wrong.
But look, Hollywoodbets have enhanced Stradivarius to 5-4 right now, so you can get that until the end of this podcast. Links are in the description as always. Look, I'm going to start. Look, I'm going to cause people are going to call me tick and blah blah blah. It's not new, but 90% of the time I'm right anyway. I think this is the time Stradivarius will be beat. Subjectivist is the best horse he's going to come up against since Kew Gardens beat him in the long distance, or not the long distance, the Stayer series in the Champions Stakes, whatever you want to call it, at Ascot in the October meeting. Look, he has everything you want. He has very good form last year. Look, he's behind the likes of Hook and Mogul, Pearl Driver, Galileo, Chrome. His wins over Tritonic, Cabaletta by 15 lengths, and they finished off last year winning Grade 1 over in France easily. Like, he stepped up the 2 miles again at the start of the season, the boy, and absolutely battered him over there. I think the further this fella goes, the better he's going to. He stays forever. He has that kick as well. Look, at worst, he's going to give Stradivarius an absolute heart attack. And at worst, he's going to finish second. But I really genuinely think this is the day that Stradivarius loses. Look, Stradivarius is probably one of the best steers we've ever seen. I just think there's something about Subjectivist that he has to get near. So, look, you're going to say, "Oh, you're talking shit. Why are you Stradivarius?"
I just don't think there's much time spending too much long in this race. Stradivarius will win. The rest of them are not going to be anywhere.
So arrogant.
It's not like I said it the other day. He's kept in training. I know the lads love the Goodwood Cup and all that, like, but he's kept in training to
shout out to Goodwood.
kept in training to
hashtag free tickets.
To do the same record that Yates did. He's at his best. He's miles better than these. I understand Subjectivist won a Group 1.
It's not even that.
He's about 15 pounds better than the horse.
But what's to say he can't get near him?
He won't.
But what's to say he can't?
He won't.
On what basis?
If Stradivarius has half a leg on one of his legs, then he will.
How?
Because his leg won't work.
Like, Stradivarius' form has been in and out all last season.
He ran in the arc.
So, like,
he had a long season last season. And he was totally beaten.
He ran in the arc and then ran like he.
But what's to say? Look, he's getting older as well.
He's been beaten at the end of the season a couple of times. I won't worry about that at all.
It was a long season.
Okay.
Long season last season. It really was for him.
We'll see you next week. We'll see you next week.
But just let you know, Andrew.
Rest of you going Stradivarius. Come on, get it over with.
Stradivarius.
Andrew, my dad watched our preview this morning. And he went, Andrew's completely right. Subjectivist is going to beat Stradivarius. And I just walked out the room.
What an absolute judge.
Has he never been
racing on the next preview?
He's never been racing even, no?
No, he's been a Goodwood member for about 30 years.
Oh.
I'm only joking if your dad's watching.
He's seen some good
He's not.
Let's just say that.
It's literally be the same as last year. He'd be walking around the parade ring. His Willie would be hanging out. He'd do everything wrong.
Oh, but I got the exact same. When I put up Q Garns to beat him in that as well, I got the same shit off everyone.
He'll do everything wrong because he'll be acting coldish the whole lot. He'll go out on the track. You'll have maybe 5 seconds where you think he's in trouble because Frankie will push him along. He'll come up on the bridle and then just sprint away because he's the only one with a turn of foot.
He has the beating of every other one of them. Just hasn't never made anything like Subjectivist before.
It won't make a difference.
Okay. He has.
He hasn't. Yeah, Q Garners and he beat him.
Yeah, but I think what you need to look at is Stradivarius is unbeaten at Royal Ascot. He's won 4 times at Royal Ascot. He's won this race 3 times. This is his time of year. 5-4 with Hollywood bets. He's 10-11 in other places. Take it. Fill your boots and sit back and enjoy. And then retire him to be a national hunt stallion, please.
Oh.
We
Tom
may
wants
have
Tom wants to buy some more babies.
I want to see him at Glorious Goodwood, though.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
He'll never retire Stradivarius. He'll be in the champion hurdle in a couple of years' time. He'll just keep going.
It's not a bad shout, actually. Probably a stayer's hurdle.
Going. Gold Cup winner 2027.
You done?
Yeah.
I'd be a bit like Andrew. Andrew would like that. But what he'd like to see them do before is take like a champion horse at their discipline.
No. Just stop. Second Honeysuckle wins just shut up now. Honeysuckle's going to just do everything she wants to do.
Give them an old novice campaign.
Oh, I forgot he's best friends with Henry now and he knows all the insights.
Henners.
That's it. I forgot it. Henners.
Oh no!
Oh lads, I was at Goss with Henners the other day buying me horse. Oh, I knew I made it.
That is not the sentence that got said.
Yes, it was. I knew I made it when I was buying a horse with Henners.
Oh, Henners.
How many glasses of wine did that take? 3.
Remember it? Yeah.
What's more embarrassing than Andrew's sister commenting saying he's great? Tom calling Henry the Romhead Henners. Fucking hell.
As a joke in a private conversation, for fuck's sake. Anyway.
Language.
Jesus Christ.
There's children watching.
Sorry, Mum.
Sorry, Mum.
Doors open and off.
Oh, nice race. Jack, is Stradivarius winning?
Yeah, just sit back, relax, and enjoy some racing immortality. I mean, Subjectivist got £6 off most of them last time. Gets £1 off Stradivarius today. Try and do it with £1 off Stradivarius. I mean, good luck to him. If he does it, then fair play. But I can't wait to see egg on Andrew's face, more or less.
Oh, the egg on my face. I just think it's just my opinion.
What? I can't even remember the question. Oh, we have a winner for the question, don't we?
Yeah, we have. I went with the first person this time.
Sean something.
Sean Dunn.
Sean Dunn. Dan Dollar was the answer.
I knew that.
Pretty good. Very good.
Again, let's repeat myself. Send your logins to Hollywoods or whatever to the finish line 2017 at gmail.com or to our Twitter. And we will sort it all out for you and you'll be in your account before Royal Ascot starts.
The question for Friday, as we're moving on to Friday now, is what horse won the Coronation Stakes last year?
What's that over?
It's won by
Give me colours.
This year.
Niarchos colours.
Colours. I didn't ask for a name. I asked for
Flaxman
colours.
Stables Limited in Ireland.
Colours. Names.
They're
I don't.
grey with like a white cross.
The
Circus Maximus colours.
When you say Circus Maximus.
No, he won the Queen Anne.
We call it this end.
Oh, a Harrington joke.
Yes.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, right.
Alpine Star.
Yes.
Come on. Sorry. We are on to the King Edward. And the betting is going along, as you can see. Next gen, lads. Who wants to take this one?
You go for it, mate. Do you want me to go? Okay, yeah, fine, because mine's actually been pulled out. But if I had to decide one here, Andrew, it's going to be Kyprios at 20-1 if he goes here. Was in the Lingfield Derby trial, was well back that day. I don't even remember. High Definition was scheduled to run, got pulled out. And the horse got absolutely hammered down in the betting for Aidan O'Brien. He's a brother to Falcon 8 and Search for a Song. I think he's going to stay all day. I think he'll enjoy the ground. I don't think the ground was right that day at Lingfield, and I think he's got a right chance. But Alan Kerr is going to be the interesting one. Obviously, the horse that beat 2021 Derby winner Adaya in the Sandown Classic trial. He's back out, and potentially, if that form holds up, he's going to be the one to beat here. But yeah, I'm going to give a little squeak to Kyprios for Aidan O'Brien at 20-1 in this.
Kyprios, are you going to side with him as well, Jack?
No, absolutely not.
Good. What makes a good podcast? Argue the whole time.
Yeah, I think Selamorak's quite a good favourite here. I was really impressed with him last time out at Leopardstown. He came from the rear of the field quite nicely. He was fourth in a maiden last year, which has worked out quite well. I think 9-4. I think we're looking up there with Hollywoodbets 5-2 even. Look at that, eh? I think that's a decent enough price. The last 18 winners have had more than one run this season. Alan Kerr's obviously only had the one. The Mediterranean, I'm not really too sure there. Your beer doesn't really want to win. The only one I'm going to give a mention to at a price is Bellocchio, who's 25-1, I think, 33-1 in places. I have to give him a mention. I had him up the last two twice, including in the classic trial. He wants to go further and further. I know he's got a good race in him. He beat Mohafef on debut last year. I think he's going to have a good big race in him. Will it come here? I'm not too sure, but I'll be keeping an eye on him at 33s.
No, I'm going to go on the back of Jack there. I think Sir Lamlock is probably another one of the best favourites of the week. I think he's going to be miles better than a lot of these. His win at Dundalk, look, it was a comeback run. It was flawless. He won by handy. What was it? He won by a handy half length. He was doing nothing in front. His run then in the handicap at Leopardstown was so easy. He won so easily, and I think he's just going to keep progressing. I think he's going to take some beating in this. I just think he wins, plain and simple. I didn't even look at anything else. When I seen he was entered, I was like, that'll do for me.
Alan Kerr for me, William Haggis's horse. I really fancied the Tonian in the Sandown race that he won. I didn't know what to make of the race afterwards. But he only beat the Derby winner, and Lone Eagle has come out and won at Goodwood again for the lads to frank that form as well.
We better getting a free trip to Goodwood. All this plugging.
He didn't go to the Derby. I think he's a great bet. William Haggis.
I think it's between the top two at least.
Yeah, I just don't like any of Aiden's 3-year-old goals bar. Sir Mark's. St. Mark's.
Where are you going, Tom?
My nap of the week was going to run in this. It was going to be Baybridge. Put up an unbelievable time in the London Gold Cup. I'm absolutely devastated he's not running.
London have a Gold Cup?
It's a Haydock.
Oh, here we go.
London Gold Cup, yeah. Sandown is that, isn't it? I think.
Or Sandown could be, yeah. That was a really good performance.
Shame on you, Sandown.
You'll
keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for Baybridge anyway. There's a big run in him. Sadly, it won't be here.
The colours are, you remember Dank, the filly that Sir Michael Stout had a couple of years ago? I think she won a Breeders' Cup. You'd know him if you saw him. They're like, there's a blue sash going across like a purpley kind of reddy kind of colour. You would know him.
It's blue sash going across a purpley kind of reddy colour. So maroon.
The London Gold Cup is a Newbury, by the way.
It's more like maroon.
Newbury's the racecourse.
Sorry, Tom.
Newbury. It was a very good performance, won by 4 lengths anyway. It was only a handicap, but that was off 90. Look at that horse next time he runs. I am totally against Salamarak.
Get out.
Just on the basis that his form is absolute dirt. He's bolted up, but for me, he's beat the book says he's beat absolutely nothing as well. And for that reason, I just have to take him on. I said exactly the same and felt exactly the same about Bolshoi Ballet. I know he knocked him to himself, but I was very keen to take him on as well. Keen to take this.
But yet you still put up love when her form is dirt.
Yeah, I'll take a chance on her though. I think there's a few in this to beat him. And the one I'm going to go with is Alenker.
Tom is just so shrewd on this podcast.
You're getting you're becoming real friends today. This is a breakthrough moment. This is like the breakthrough moment in therapy.
Tom has put up winners left, right, and center. We'll be meeting Tom on Saturday, and me and Tom will have a lot of money, and you will not have that much.
And it'll all go to shit when you start talking about politics.
No, we're not doing that. Look, there's a line drawn. We're not doing that. There's a fence bigger than Donald Trump's fence with Mexico built up between me and Dave when it comes to
the wall. Actually,
technically it's a fence. Technically it's a fence.
Well, yeah. It's a bit of both.
See, look. He's mentioned jump racing. Any chance he mentions a fence or anything, just jump racing has to be included in everything that Tom says.
Good man, Tom.
Basically, yeah. But this Alenker, on the flip side of Salamarak, this lad's form is rock solid. He's beaten the Derby winner last time out. He beat Yibir, who could reface up against him here, who was second in a listed race. The fourth one next time out. And I just think he's really solid, to be honest. I'm really keen on him. Sir Lucan was miles behind him. That's come out and won a listed race, beating Wordsworth, who could oppose him. I think he's rock solid.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think Sam has to go with it.
Sam done. Sam went. Did you go, Sam?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah.
See, tell me how to do my job.
It's just hard to remember.
Oh, imagine the Cheltenham Festival preview. Jesus Christ, that was all over the place.
That'll be live this time.
Someone else is going to be doing.
Oh, MC.
I'm not doing MC that night. I'll be too drunk. Moving on. Commonwealth Cup. It's over 6 furlongs.
Love this race.
This looks I can't wait till this fella wins. But who are you putting up?
Well, Andrew's putting up Diligent Harry.
Yeah, he has done. Come on to Harry.
The last 8 times that he hasn't run.
I put him up the 4 times he won though.
Put up the wrong.
Put up Dragon Symbol, and I have Supremacy backed, and I can't split those
for second and third place.
No, I'm going to stick with both of those. I couldn't pick between the two of them. I think the thing that worries me about Supremacy is his sire Memas went straight to stud after his 2-year-old career, so maybe his.
Did he run already and have a very iffy run?
Yeah, he was terrible, but he was terrible his first time out last year as well. His first ever run. I give him another chance, but I think Dragon Symbol is very good as well.
Diligent Harry wins, lads. 11-1. Fill your boots with 11-1. He only ever beat once in his life, and that was by Rohan, who he should have beat. He was green as grass, and Rohan has gone on to beat Dragon Symbol last time out in the Sandy Lane. He's lucky. He has a turn of foot that is just breathtaking. Clive Cox, unbelievable trainer for him. Knows how to win this race, and I think he's way too big in the market at the price he is right now. So I am all over Diligent Harry for this. Tom, where are you going with it? Oh, sorry. Suesa is enhanced to 6-1 for this.
Very good.
That's actually meant to be 9-2, not 11-2, by the way. Boys, enhanced to 6-1 right now. Tom, where are you going?
Oh Lord, this isn't a race I'm getting too excited about now, and struggling to find a bit of a way into it really. Campanelle, if you miss the Wesley Ward, I think thinks she's the best horse to step on the planet. Dragon Symbol ran a nice race in second last time and up in class. Diligent Harry has looked a world beater on the all-weather. It's tough. Suesa again has looked very good in France, but in weaker races, I wouldn't put it past her to step up at all. The one I'm going to throw at it is A Case of You for Aidan McGuinness. Just literally thrown a dart each way, very small stake. Was good for John McConnell last year, won a Group 3 for him. Was then bought by the Aidan McGuinness stable, won a Group 3 at Naas last time out. I just wouldn't rule out that horse to be an absolute superstar.
Sam?
Yeah, the enhancement on that Suesa is really fascinating. The Shanti Specialist, 4 runs, 4 wins. And 2 starts back, this horse actually beat You Better Believe It, who's only sort of 8-10 for the King's Stand. So I think that was 16 lengths that Suesa put between that horse. So yeah, interesting there. And seems like this horse has plenty of ability. But it's not a race that I'm overly keen on, to be totally honest. But I do think that Campanelle for Wesley Ward, still lightly raced, and despite having a bruised heel and missing the prep run, I just think the last season's Queen Mary winner will have a decent shot here and get her ideal ground. And as long as that bruised heel hasn't sort of affected the horse too much, I think that she's going to run a really mighty race. But not a race I'd be wanting to touch, with plenty of unknowns with regards to supremacy and sort of a bruised heel for the American horse, and obviously the Shanti form for Suesa, but nothing elsewhere. So a race I'm going to stay away from, but I'd probably be with Campanelle. But I know Jack has been raving on about supremacy for months and months. So do you want me to just let him start talking?
Sure, go on, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, a captain goes down with his ship, doesn't he? There's one bit of the best bit of the form in the race is the middle part last year. We got Lucky Vega there in 3rd or 4th, actually. I don't actually know, or 2nd. Don't really know. Finished behind anyway. Obviously, ran well in 2,000 guineas. We fancy him for St. James's. Supremacy last year, made all but in some style, kicked away in both the Richmond Stakes and in the Middle Park. As Dave said, he was too bad to be true last year on debut, and also this year at Ascot. So I'm hoping that it's not true and he'll be able to bounce back. Adam Kirby's picked him ahead of Diligent Harry, which I think is a very good sign. Hector Crouch is on Diligent Harry instead. He's 17-2. It's a good each way price for me. Campanelle can't be having her after that break. Suesa's form, again, not too sure how strong that is. And for me, A Case of You won't like the ground. So for me, it's all about supremacy. And if he fires, he wins.
Confidence is key. Moving on. We're getting through these good enough. To the Coronation Stakes. Over the on-the-round course, we have another decent field, Tom. Load of winners, load of good prospects. 1 or 2 coming in here off the back of a bad run. Where are we siding with?
Again, tricky. Again, very tricky. Yeah, a lot of good fillies in here that have either run well, and as you say, Andrew, are coming on the back of a poor run or have just got touched off. The one I'm going to go with is is a horse that didn't run very well last time, but I think you can make excuses for her. She was caught out wide, didn't really get much of a run of the race. Got a little bump. It was her first start back anyway. That's pretty gorgeous.
Now me and Tom are friends.
2-year-old form is very, very good. And I thought she looked a really nice prospect. She's a big girl. I thought she'd grow into more of a 3-year-old. And I think she is one now. Would I put much money on it? No. But there's a small bit in me just thinks that she could light up Royal Ascot next week and go and put in a sparkling couple of lengths win performance.
Yeah, I'm just going to echo what Tom said there. She got a horror trip at the cord last time, stuck out wide the whole way. She was still on the bridle a furlong to furlong half, or 2 furlongs to a furlong and a half out. But she used up so much petrol staying out wide, got no cover whatsoever. As Tom said, her form of her Phillies Mile win was been franked by no end. Like, you have Mother Earth, you have Dubai Fountain has won since Snowfall has been in there. Indigo Girl, who you think is going to win a big race in France during the season, was behind her as well. Again, her price to me is very, very reasonable. And as Tom said, I think she could be absolutely burst onto the scene here. As Tom said, she's a big girl. She's going to come on for that run. There's nothing like a proper race to get properly fit. This is going to be a huge target for her this season, and I think she is going to be very, very hard to beat. Sam, where are you going in the Coronation Stakes?
Well, my bet of the week comes in this. And it's a really unorthodox one, but it's alcohol-free for Andrew Balding and ridden by Oisin Murphy. Now, we spoke to Oisin earlier in the week. That video's out tomorrow morning. Just thought I'd get the plug in there quick. But we had a good chat with him, and Oisin actually thinks that he's got one of the best books of rides, by the way, he's had at Royal Ascot for a long time. He was fairly bullish, lads, about what he's got. And alcohol-free, he said, was not 100% fit that day. There was something not quite right with the horse. And the horse, if you actually watch the Guineas back, was travelling like the winner a long way out. There was no doubt about it. If I was watching that race and it was in play, you'd be fancying alcohol-free all day long. I think the quick ground will suit. I think that the fast pace may suit this horse as well. I just think that Oisin's going to hold this horse up and come with a really, really strong run. But I think alcohol-free's got plenty of ability. And I think if you can get sort of 8-1 and you like backing horses each way at that price, I think this is a cracking bet.
Would you be worried that she doesn't stay the mile properly?
Yeah, there is the worry there, but the quicker ground, I think, will suit the horse. I think it will be made to feel a little bit shorter. So there is that slight worry there, but Oisin seemed to say the horse wasn't 100% fit that day. And I just think that he seemed like the horse would get that mile that day, but the horse didn't quite get there. So as long as that horse is 100% fit, I've got no concerns at all.
You are kind of pulling faces there with alcohol-free.
I don't think alcohol-free stays. I would like seeing her in the jersey. I think she would have won the jersey on the Saturday. I understand where you're coming from with Pretty Gorgeous, but I can't understand the price of Shale in conjunction with the price of Pretty Gorgeous and some of the other horses. You talked about the Phillies Mile. Shale went off second favourite for the Phillies Mile last year. She does not like soft ground whatsoever. Her first run of the season, she was favourite in the Irish 1000 Guineas trial at Leopardstown. She didn't run all that badly. You'd expect her to come on. Donica's horses weren't in super form at the time. She's about 20-25-1. I think she's an absolutely outrageous outrageous price. She won the Moiglair Stud Stakes last year. She bet Pretty Gorgeous, then Pretty Gorgeous turned the form around. Her form is tied in so much with Pretty Gorgeous. I just think she's a mad price.
That is a big price for her when you consider the form in between them. Jack, yourself, what's going to go close in this?
Yeah, my nap of the meeting comes here as well. And I'm going against Sam. I don't think alcohol-free will stay the mile. And it's Primo Baccio at 9-2. Now, she didn't have that great of a juvenile campaign, but ran really well in the Fred Darling behind alcohol-free. Finished fourth, didn't get the clearest of runs on the far side, but flew home and had the fastest finishing speed of the race. Then she vindicated how good that was at York in a listed company when Andrea Azzini got her into a lovely rhythm about midway through the race. She took it up and showed a rapid turn of foot. I think that's a Group 1 turn of foot that we saw there. I think a mile is perfect. I think she's spot on a miler, whereas I think alcohol free needs a 7. And I do think that if she settles, she has a tendency to break slowly and then be very keen early. She gave away 4 or 5 lengths at York and still hacked up. I think this is all about her. I think 9-2 is a ridiculous price. I think she's definitely the one to beat.
Look, at the worst, it's shaping up to be probably one of the best races of the week.
Good race.
Like, you have Snow Lantern thrown in there as well. If you forgive her last run, she'll have a huge chance. Even Henry's at they're throwing in a horse in here. So, look, it's looking to be a good race. Henners. Sorry. Yes,
Henners.
Sorry. Henners.
We have a winner for that fourth.
Good man, Dave.
Wonder's Dream, is it?
Yeah.
So if you contact the finishing line Twitter again, is it?
Yeah, and what's the email?
I don't know.
For fuck's sake. The finishing line 2017 at gmail.com.
And the last question is who won?
Make it a jumps race. Make it a jumps question.
Who won top jockey at Royal Ascot last year?
Barry Geraghty.
We've got it.
No.
Who was it? Wait,
Jim
no.
Crowley.
I'm surprised you don't remember because I think we backed him going into the last day at like 12-1 or something.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
He was on all the good horses, all the grade 1 winners. I had 3 of them back, then he let me down on one of them. But that's
Frankie?
Yeah, Frankie won. Yeah.
Oh,
Frankie won. He won a load of races on the Saturday.
Were you saying Jim Crowley?
was Jim Crowley not close? Was he not the leading jockey going into the final day? Then?
Crowley was the leading jockey, but Frankie ended up winning that and count back. Frankie had 3 winners on Saturday, I think. He won a Palace Pier, he won an Alpine Star, and he won another one.
I'm back on seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still people writing the wrong answer.
All you need to do is write down Frankie, the Tory.
First person to write Frankie. Even if you're after winning already. First person to write Frankie, you could have 20 or free bet.
80 minutes.
Right, on to Saturday, the last day. We have 2 races left, and we are starting with... No, we're not starting with that. No,
do that again.
We're starting with the Hardwicke Stakes. To me, Broome looks like he's going to take some beating in this, even on the back of his last run where he looked like the step up to 1 mile 4 again in his career will suit him down to the ground. Sam, where are you siding with the Hardwicke Stakes?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think Broome's going to be the tough one to beat here. I mean, prior to that, 2 wins, but second behind Hardwicke Dream in the Tattersalls Gold Cup. I think the ground's the horse is fairly versatile when it comes to ground, but I see no issues with the horse on the ground. And I think he's going to be tough to beat. I think a lot of these might be pulled out at latter stages. I mean, I know that you've got the likes of Par Driver and Al Assi who contested the Coronation Cup. I'm not quite sure we're going to be seeing them here. But yeah, the other horse I might give a quick shout to that I said that probably wouldn't be double figure prices if getting to sort of 3 days prior to the race is Sir Ron Priestley, who's now dropping back potentially to 1.5 miles. I actually think that the horse he kind of makes horses feel uncomfortable over 1.5 miles, sets a heavy pace and, gets them off the bridle one by one. I'm not saying he's as good as Guyaf, but he kind of runs like Guyaf did last season, just puts a lot of horses under pressure. So I'd like to see him return back to form. I just don't think he'll be the price he is once a lot of these are pulled out. But Broome, for me, is going to be a really tough one to beat.
I literally have the same as Sam there. I have Broome as the obvious favourite and probably the one to beat. If Sir Ron Priestley comes back to his first 2 runs of the season, look, that was on the back of a 571-day break. He beat Pearl Drive already, who's gone on to win the Coronation Cup at Ascot. I think the run last time was just it was his 3rd run in the space of 3.5-4 weeks, and that was on the back of a 571-day break. Might have been too much. Look, Mark Johnson is a trainer that will get these horses back. And if he turns up, I think, what is he there? 10-1. He's not going to be 10-1 today. You can have that. He'll be about 5-1. And you can have Broome. He's going to be about 5-2, 9-4 on the day. Look, you can get Broome a 6. What is it? What price is it there? 5-1 right now with Hollywoodbets enhanced. So if you want to get that now, you can. Because I think he's going to be about 9-4, 5-2 shot on the day. And same with Ron Priestley. He'll be about 5-1. They're my 2. Right now, so Ron Priestley is an absolute each-way price deal. But I think Broome, on the back of his runs this season, looks like he's going to be fairly hard to beat and might get us off to a good Saturday in the Woodman.
I think Broome will win, and I think because of the way Sir Ron Priestley runs, Broome is just so lazy. See, the last day, Ryan was pushing him along for 4 furlongs. He just keeps going and going and going. He was getting back up again after, I think, Hardwicke Dream came ahead of him. After the line, he was back up. He's just pure lazy, and having a front runner going hard out in front, slipping down to the ground, and he'll win well.
Jack?
Yeah, I agree. I think 5 to 1's a cracking price about Broome. I think this race is going to cut up a lot, and I think, as you said, I think we'll be looking at 2 to 1 max on the day. I agree with Dave. He needs every yard of that 1 mile fall now. The ground won't be a problem at all. I kind of wanted to see Serpentine here, if I was being honest. I think he would have had a bit of a chance here in easier company, but of course he's gone to oppose Stradivarius. The only thing for me with Broome is 11 of the last 12 winners were 4-year-olds, and of course he's a 5-year-old. So he's going to have to buck that trend, but I think 5 to 1 is a cracking price. And if you're Tom, you may even take it each way.
Poor Tom is not being left alone here today at all.
Why are you going for Tom so much?
I don't know.
We didn't let him on our preview, and you're going for him now, like
because he takes it so well, unlike you.
Yeah.
That's a low blow if I ever seen one.
Yeah, Broome, what price are Hollywoodbets enhancing Broome to?
6s.
That's
Five. Yeah, 6.
Back at each way.
Back at each way. I texted you after the photo with the Tattersalls Gold Cup. I texted into our group and I said, win, lose or draw. Like, Broome is such a hardy horse. Really, really put his head down and battles. The one I'm gonna take, look, I'm gonna take some of that Hollywoodbets 5 to 1 because I do think that's a very good price, and it will not go off at least half that anyway. The other one against it, if it runs, is Tiger and Moth, who is a 4-year-old, trained by Aidan O'Brien, was second in the Melbourne Cup, second in the Irish Derby last year, has only had 6 runs in his life. Shamie Heffernan rode him. It was no money at all for him in the Tattersalls Gold Cup. He finished 8th and last. Shamie said he made a noise from the furlong pole. That was on heavy ground, so I wouldn't worry about that. If he was to run here, I would give Tiger Moth a hell of a chance.
Yeah. Tiger Moth does have the back form. He breaks my heart, though, every time I goddamn back him. Yeah, but look, step up chick could be work the oracle. Now, last one of the day. Then we can get back to talking about jumps racing from next week. Can't really, but we can. The Diamond Jubilee. These are the kind of races you love, Dave.
Yeah, I like Starman. I fancied him when he won at York. I liked him towards the back end of last year, but I think he's wicked short for such a wide open race. I'm going to go with Ed Walker's other horse, Came From the Dark. He's about 20 to 1 or so, I'd say.
Dave, we confirmation that Came From the Dark won't be going here, by the way. I can say that as a fact.
Well then, Starman.
Oshin told us that he will be aboard Starman, whether that's an exclusive, I don't know, but Oshin will be aboard Starman and Came From the Dark. Fred Walker will not run it.
I think this is time for Oshin friends.
Oshin.
Yeah, he's our henners. He's our henners.
He's the henners of the next gen. Starman wins, so that's the end of that.
Come on, what?
The worst thing is I've got the same notes. Came From the Dark might be a good player each way, and Oshin just went, he won't run it. I was like,
what the hell are you doing?
That was that fly. That was
you killed him.
He's dead now,
That's some Jackie Chan shit there.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Starman.
You just got.
Oh, poor Dave.
Okay.
I had to do it. I didn't want to let him carry on talking. Then
Why are you picking on Dave? I'm on Tom. You're on
Dave.
If you were really part of this podcast, you would have left him rant on like some people left me rant on about a horse. They knew what I'm running.
I'm thankful for that now. I just don't need to look at it now. So I just know Starman's going to win.
How I guess who we're lumping on Saturday.
Yeah, Starman. Whoop.
I think we just start backing. I'm on Starman as well. I just think we start backing him now for Saturday and just.
Guess what? Starman.
That's the one.
I like that glass slippers, but she's better over 5 furlongs, and she's better towards the end of the year.
And she's shit first time out.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, lads.
Starman, yeah, he should be. Should be 4 to 6 on.
Get my money.
Next gen, or who are you going for, Starman?
Starman.
Yes!
Come on, Jack. Full house.
There is a Starman.
Yes!
We all just agreed on Starman. The podcast nap of the festival is Starman, the Diamond Jubilee. Everyone just lump on now. Throw your cash at it. Do whatever. The horse is just going to win the Diamond Jubilee.
We also do put responsible gambling, lads. But yeah, love on it. The hell with a mortgage on it. Oh, that was easy. Last one was easy. Now we will move on to our naps. Our next nest. Our next nest.
Let's go.
Imagine we all just go like the light. Starman.
Starman is the nap and the next nest.
Our nap and next nest and handicap picks.
My nap is Onassis. My next best is.
Oh, you had like a year to think about this. Take your time.
My handicap. I'll come back to me. Yeah, Starman. It's just nothing. I thought I had the one that was going to beat him, and there's nothing else in it. My handicap pick is Elysian Flame on Tuesday at 5:00.
Thomas.
No.
Okay, my nap is Alan Kerr in the King Edward. Really, really strong on that. My next best is Starman. And my handicap pick is I'm really excited to see this horse entered. She was on my flat ones to follow, of which I don't have an extensive list of horses. But it's Pomelo. She is entered in the Sandringham. I really, really hope she runs. She's by Dubawi out of a Group 1 winning mare, Emulous. Won on debut, absolutely bolted up. And then she ran at Goodwood just to get another little Goodwood plug in there. Came over to the near side on soft ground that day. Just all went wrong for her, just completely right off that run. Brought her back to Wolverhampton of all places then. Just to give her a nice little confidence booster. She won a novice stakes there by 2 lengths. There's a couple of winners come out of that, to be fair, but she was way better than them. Rafe Beckett trains her, and if he runs her there first time out this season, I'm pretty keen. She's about 16 to 1.
Next gen, take it away.
Me? I'll go. Yeah, nap for me is going to be, it's a rich one, alcohol free, and the next best will be Starman in the Diamond Jubilee. In terms of
Starman is going to get absolutely walloped in this race.
handicap picks, I've just got a couple. Ascot Stakes over 2.5 miles. I like Coeur de Lion, 5th in 2019, won this last season. He showed signs that he's still got it in the Chester Cup. Where he ran on well for 4th. Clearly, the step up will suit here. And he's been kept on the same mark, and the £3 claim of 4, Hammer Hansen's been kept on board. So I think he'll run another decent race. He loves this race. And Chill in the Wokingham on Saturday, another course and distance winner. 2 solid runs at Newmarket this season. He's been raised £13 since his first start of the season, but I just think he's going to appreciate the going. It's going to be good to firm. He's going to really appreciate that. And SDS is riding at a 23% strike rate over the last 14 days, which he did start the season quite slowly, SDS, but he's slowly getting things firing. But I think that'll be a winner for him, Chill in the Wokingham.
Jack?
The nap is Prima Baccio. Honestly, I will be very surprised if she doesn't come first or second here. I really think she is that good. And I think 9 to 2 is just, I honestly think it's a stupid price. The next best is Starman for the Diamond Jubilee, of course. Yeah. We are going to end up looking like absolute fools here, aren't we? And yeah, the handicap pick, just the one for me. at the moment anyway. It's in the Kensington Palace, and that's Dream Loper at 11-2. Won here last year over 7 furlongs. Was an eye-catching 4th at Haydock first time out this season. Then was second to Lights On when hitting the line strong last time out on soft ground. She gets a £1 swing there, and I think 11-2 is an okay price.
My nap is Noon Star. My next best is No, it's not Starman. It's going to break the cycle. It's Subjectivist in the Gold Cup.
For fuck's sake.
Get out.
You could have just changed it. Yeah.
No, why would I change it? Why would I change it?
He is. Just snap next best star.
No, just that.
Who's your handicap?
My handicap picks is Raipur. He I can't remember. I forgot to write down what he's running. I think he's running on this
Willie Mullins.
horse.
It runs on the first day anyway. It runs on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Look, he was second to Pedro Cord last time he was running on the flash. First run for Willie Mullins was third in the maiden hurdle behind Palm Beach on the back of a 665-day break. He's going to be right for this. He's off a marker 97. He could have a hell of a lot more in the tank off that. My second one is Hakiki in the Royal Hunt Cup. I'm willing to forgive his last run. He bolted up into Lincoln at the start of the season. There's a lot to like about him. Just forget the last run. He could take a hell of a lot of beating. And the biggest handicap blot of the whole week is Saldier running on Tuesday at 6:10.
So
Grade 1 winner. Bolted up last time on the flower of 7
So
lengths.
you're just back into Willie Mullins' horse.
What did I say to you about these 2 mile to 2 mile 4 races on the flat? Jumps trainers. Horses are trained differently. They're more hardy than the rest of them. This thing is a grade 1 winner over jumps, running in a fucking handicap.
That Hakiki's a dog as well.
You're a dog.
I'd love to know if Ryan Moore's ever had the Richie colours on before, because he does today. Well, there.
He rode Thomas Hobson to win the same races.
Of course.
I've just another quick handicap one, Andrew, that I forgot about is Nord for Jesse Harrington in the Royal Hunt Cup. Loves those big.
It's the red and the white star, isn't it?
Yeah, loves the big field handicaps. I put him up for a race at Ascot the back end of last year. I think he goes on any ground, which should be fine. Has got course form. Has run in a couple of decent listed races and a Group 3 this year. Back into handicap company, he will go well in what is a minefield of Royal Hunt Cup.
Lovely.
And we got a winner for that last
question
bet as well.
Quick, Big Toe
Dan 50.
What a name.
And for the 2 cups, boys from Next Gen, you just tell me when to stop. I'm going to scroll through names.
Stop.
Big Toe Dan.
Big Toe Dan.
You get a cup as well?
First cup. And go again. Go again.
Please land on my sister so I don't have to actually get a one.
Stop.
Tom Leach.
Tommy Leach. Same again. TV, email, thefinishline.com. Or .com. That's the website. I also have a website. Forgot about that. I forgot I actually had a website.
It's a shameless plug there.
thefinishlinepodcast.com. Check it out. Just email thefinishline2017@gmail.com and tell us what silks you want on your cups and your address, and we will send them out to you in the next batch. That's us done. Thanks again to the lads from NextGen Racing. If you haven't seen their channel, go over, like, subscribe. I put their link in the description below. They're doing great stuff so far, and they're filling up. That's just the wrong word altogether. Gathering a good following right now. I think you're over 500 so far. Am I right?
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Yeah, we're loving life.
See, people that love racing.
Very positive, Tom. See, positivity.
Pure positivity.
When I need to be, when I'm right to be, I'm very positive. Yeah.
You just keep drinking them balls of salt, Tom. You deserve them.
Tom will give you your day on our channel soon. It will come soon. Don't worry.
I hear this off everyone.
We forgot the letter. The invite got lost last time. The invite got lost.
It's all right.
See, Tom,
right,
we're the only loyal ones to you, boy.
It's true. I'm up for doing your channel anytime, lads. Give me a shout.
Yeah, the invite got lost for the Royal Ascot one. We'll try and find another one.
Just get him on for the jump season preview and he'll be fine. He'll be all cheery.
Yeah, we'll get him somewhere.
Yeah, jump season is my forte, lads. I don't like this flat stuff.
Okay.
The thing is, you come on for the jump season preview, and his nap will be at Dundalk on a Friday night.
Look, Presenting Thursday's back.
Oh dear.
Anyway, that's us done. We won't be back Wednesday. Will we?
No. Big Toe Dan 50. What do you need from me, please?
Jesus Christ.
Send your details to him.
You do
Not
it.
to me.
You just do it. No, this day.
Send your details to Andrew.
No, hold on. Yeah, do send it to Dave. Please send it to Dave.
If you send it to me, you're not getting the cup. That's the end of it.
Send it to Dave. Or send it to pimlico.co.uk.
We'll take cups as well.
DM Andrew or the finishing line on Twitter.
And if you don't pick Shauna Austick Silks, I will be highly insulted.
And the rest will come from there.
I'm getting us Shauna Austick cups.
Yeah, absolutely.
You still have to tell me what you want in your cups, by the way.
Yeah.
Us? Yeah. Well,
No, the two horses behind you.
Huh, no. It depends who wins them. They've given us some mugs for our giveaway.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I'm giving you mugs as well.
We'll get you some mugs too.
What?
Look at that. Eh?
We didn't have our big mugs today. We wanted our own next gen.
Oh, they had mugs on. We were on the preview on.
Yeah.
We were on their preview on Friday, and these mugs.
Got invited, did you?
He does the invitations. I love everyone.
They were very big.
Tom, we would never ever do that to you.
Very big.
Yeah.
Did I show you my one, lads? I have all the Aidan O'Brien silks on it.
No. Hold up. This is what the single ones look like. A bit of Denman.
My one has 5.
Well, this
ones.
was top of the game till Dave just realised he was a yak.
Okay, he doesn't race.
It's because he's dead.
Into next year's Gold Cup.
Please stop.
Stop, will you?
Stop. I've gone through these nightmares for the last 18 months.
It's going to be Monkfish and Indo fighting that finish.
No, I'm not talking about
That's enough of that.
Stop. Anyway, that's us done. We're going to waffle on for a bit now. So everyone that won your prize, if you won the free bets and you want them by Tuesday, you got to get it to me tomorrow so I can send it all over to Hollywood Bets. So again, the finish line 2017@gmail.com or private message the finish line Twitter page. You'll find all of it in the description below. But again,
hold on for a second.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Big Toe Dan, if you're not on Twitter, find me on Instagram. Just message me. I'll sort it.
If he's not, hang on, lads. This is simple. The finishing line 2017@gmail.com.
Simple.
Email.
Everyone has emails. If you don't, it takes 2 seconds to set it up.
Fax it otherwise. Just fax it.
Pigeon is to me.
It's pigeons around, is it?
Tom Scott.
That was very good.
Thanks.
Very good.
That's so God. I just gotta have a lie down.
Oh, anyway, lads, that is us done for tonight. Again, thanks to the lads from NextGen Racing. We won't be back on Wednesday because everything is happening. Royal Ascot and everything is back, but we will be recording our next goat tier, which will be the goat of all goats. So keep an eye out for that next week, and we will see you then. But again, thanks for tuning in tonight. Comment below who you think is your nap and next best for Royal Ascot, and we will see you again on definitely next Sunday for Talking Points, where we'll be reviewing everything that happened on the Royal Ascot meeting and Subjectivist beating Stradivarius.
Keep an